Section 1. Defining project scope, the foundation of success. In the world of project management, few things are as crucial as defining the project scope. It's the foundation upon which all else is built. A clearly defined scope acts as a roadmap, guiding the project team towards success. Without it, projects can easily veer off course, leading to wasted time, resources, and ultimately, project failure. Defining the project scope involves identifying the specific goals, deliverables, tasks, and deadlines. It's about understanding what the project will achieve and what it will not. This process requires careful consideration and collaboration with stakeholders to ensure everyone is on the same page. The scope should be documented in a clear and concise manner, leaving no room for ambiguity. A well-defined scope serves as a benchmark for measuring progress. It allows the project manager to track milestones, identify potential risks, and make informed decisions. Moreover, it helps to manage stakeholder expectations by setting realistic boundaries for the project. A clear scope minimizes the likelihood of scope creep, where additional features or requirements are added without proper evaluation. Section 2. Scope planning, charting the course of your project. Scope planning is the process of developing a comprehensive plan for managing the project scope throughout its lifecycle. This involves identifying the processes, tools, and techniques that will be used to define, document, and control the scope. A well-defined scope management plan ensures that everyone involved understands how the scope will be managed. The scope management plan should outline how scope changes will be handled. This includes establishing a clear process for submitting, evaluating, and approving change requests. It also involves defining the roles and responsibilities of team members involved in scope management. A robust scope management plan is essential for maintaining control over the project. Scope planning also involves identifying and documenting the project requirements. This includes gathering information from stakeholders to understand their needs and expectations. Requirements should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. Clearly defined requirements are crucial for ensuring that the project delivers value. Section 3. Work breakdown structure, deconstructing the project. The work breakdown structure, WBS, is a hierarchical decomposition of the project into smaller, more manageable components. It's a visual representation of the project scope, breaking it down into work packages that can be assigned to individual team members. The WBS is an essential tool for project planning, execution, and control. The WBS starts with the project goal at the top level. This is then broken down into major deliverables, which are further decomposed into smaller work packages. Each work package represents a specific task or activity that needs to be completed. The WBS provides a clear understanding of the project scope and how it will be achieved. The WBS helps to estimate project costs, allocate resources, and track progress. By breaking down the project into smaller units, it becomes easier to estimate the time and effort required for each task. This allows for more accurate project scheduling and budgeting. The WBS also facilitates effective delegation of tasks and responsibilities. Section 4. Mind mapping, visualizing the project universe. Mind mapping is a powerful technique for visualizing the project scope and its various components. It involves creating a diagram that radiates from a central concept, with branches representing different aspects of the project. Mind mapping can be used to brainstorm ideas, organize information, and identify relationships between project elements. Mind maps are highly visual and engaging, making them an effective tool for communication and collaboration. They can be used to capture stakeholder requirements, identify potential risks, and explore alternative solutions. Mind mapping allows for a more creative and holistic approach to scope definition. Mind maps can be created using a variety of tools, from pen and paper to specialized software. They can be easily shared and updated, making them a valuable tool for keeping everyone on the same page throughout the project lifecycle. Mind mapping encourages brainstorming and fosters a shared understanding of the project scope. Section 5. Scope verification, ensuring alignment and accuracy. Scope verification is the process of formally accepting the completed project deliverables. It involves confirming that the deliverables meet the defined requirements and are aligned with the project scope. This ensures that the project is delivering what it set out to achieve. Typically, scope verification involves the inspection of the deliverables, reviewing documentation, and conducting demonstrations. The project team, stakeholders, and customers may all be involved in the verification process. The goal is to ensure that the deliverables are complete, accurate, and meet the agreed-upon standards. Scope verification is an essential step in ensuring project success. It helps to identify any discrepancies between the planned scope and the actual deliverables. Early detection of scope deviations allows for corrective action to be taken before they escalate into major problems. Scope verification protects both the project team and the customer. Section 6. Inspection and customer feedback. Validating deliverables. Inspection and customer feedback are two important methods for validating project deliverables during scope verification. Inspection involves physically examining the deliverables to ensure they meet quality standards and conform to specifications. Customer feedback provides valuable insights into the usability and functionality of the deliverables. Inspection can involve a variety of techniques, including visual inspection, measurements, and testing. The specific methods used will depend on the nature of the deliverables. For example, a software application may be tested for functionality and performance, while a physical product may be inspected for dimensions and material quality. Customer feedback can be gathered through surveys, interviews, focus groups, and user testing. It's essential to involve customers in the verification process to ensure that the deliverables meet their needs and expectations. Customer feedback can identify areas for improvement and ensure that the project delivers value. Section 7. Scope Change Control. Navigating the shifting sands. Scope change control is the process of managing changes to the project scope. It involves evaluating the impact of proposed changes, assessing their feasibility, and making informed decisions about whether to approve or reject them. Effective scope change control is crucial for preventing scope creep and maintaining project stability. Scope change requests can come from various sources, including stakeholders, customers, and the project team itself. Each change request should be carefully documented, including its justification, potential impact on the project, and associated costs. A formal process for submitting, reviewing, and approving change requests is essential. The scope change control process should involve a designated change control board responsible for evaluating and approving change requests. The board should consider the impact of the change on the project schedule, budget, and resources. Changes should only be approved if they are deemed necessary and beneficial to the project. Section 8. Integrating scope management, a holistic approach. Scope management is not a standalone activity, but rather an integral part of the overall project management process. It needs to be integrated with other project management knowledge areas, such as time management, cost management, and quality management. A holistic approach to scope management ensures project success. Integration with time management ensures that the project schedule aligns with the defined scope. Changes to the scope may require adjustments to the project timeline. Integration with cost management ensures that the project budget reflects the scope of work. Scope changes may necessitate budget revisions. Integration with quality management ensures that the project deliverables meet the defined quality standards. Scope changes may introduce new quality requirements that need to be addressed. A holistic approach to scope management considers the interplay between scope, time, cost, and quality. Section 9. Constraints, the boundaries of possibility. Constraints are limitations or restrictions that can influence the project scope. They can be internal or external, and they can relate to time, budget, resources, technology, or regulations. Understanding project constraints is crucial for defining a realistic and achievable scope. Time constraints may dictate the project deadline, limiting the amount of work that can be accomplished within the given time frame. Budget constraints may restrict the availability of funds, influencing the choice of materials, tools, and resources. Resource constraints may limit the availability of skilled personnel or specialized equipment. Technology constraints may limit the use of certain tools or techniques, impacting the project's feasibility or efficiency. Regulatory constraints may impose legal or ethical limitations, influencing the project's design or implementation. Effective scope management requires careful consideration of project constraints. Section 10. Real-world examples, scope management in action. Real-world examples can help to illustrate the importance of effective scope management. Consider a construction project where the initial scope did not include landscaping. Midway through the project, the client requests the addition of landscaping, leading to scope creep. Without proper scope change control, this could result in cost overruns and delays. In another example, a software development project experiences scope creep due to constantly evolving user requirements. Without a clear process for managing scope changes, the project could become unwieldy and fail to deliver on its initial objectives. Effective scope management is crucial for keeping projects on track. In the realm of event planning, imagine organizing a large conference. Without a well-defined scope outlining the number of attendees, speakers, venues, and activities, the project could easily spiral out of control, leading to logistical nightmares and dissatisfied attendees. Scope management is essential for ensuring event success. Section 11. Effective communication, the key to stakeholder alignment. Effective communication is paramount for successful scope management. It's essential to keep stakeholders informed about the project scope, progress, and any potential changes. Clear and concise communication minimizes misunderstandings and ensures that everyone is on the same page. Regular meetings, status reports, and presentations are all valuable tools for communicating project scope information. It's important to tailor the communication style and content to the specific audience. Stakeholders should have a clear understanding of what is included in the project scope and what is not. Effective communication helps to build trust and maintain stakeholder buy-in throughout the project lifecycle. It allows for early identification of potential issues and facilitates timely resolution. Open and transparent communication is the cornerstone of successful scope management.